Hi, I'm Paul, and in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the child-safe wand on a Luminette with the Integrated Bulkhead Assembly. Beginning in May of 2016, the Luminette track is made with the Integrated Bulkhead Assembly and the child-safe wand. Prior to that, from June of 2013 to May of 2016, the Luminette track was made with the universal bulkhead with the child-safe wand. What we're going to be showing you today will work with either version of these track systems, but we're going to focus more on the integrated bulkhead. Let's take a quick look at the universal bulkhead. If I'm going to update this shade, all this is going to go away, and I'm going to bring in place of it, the integrated bulkhead assembly. So there are some additional parts that we'll need in order to attach the integrated bulkhead to the track of this system here. The tilt gear and the integrated bulkhead adapter that will go into place here and is what will allow the integrated bulkhead to attach to the track once I remove the old universal bulkhead. Here we are taking a look at our Luminette with the integrated bulkhead, and for whatever reason I need to replace this wand. I need to take off this integrated bulkhead assembly and its wand. This is all fixed together, and I need to replace it with my new wand and integrated bulkhead right here. There will be some parts that I want to make sure that I have on hand. The first being, of course, the new wand in the correct length and the correct color, along with the attached integrated bulkhead. I'll want to make sure that I have ordered the Luminette Integrated Bulkhead Wand Retrofit Guide. There are a number of parts in here along with instructions that I may need. So some of the parts that may be helpful would be the lacing needle, the tilt gear, and the bulkhead adapter in the event I'm working on that previous version Luminette track. There are a number of very useful photos and instructions in this guide. A couple that are very useful in this repair would be the cord routing. These are just helpful images to give me a visual representation of how to guide the cord through the track as I'm completing the repair. Here I have my Luminette track, and I need to remove the integrated bulkhead assembly. To remove the cord that has the direct path back to the integrated bulkhead. For a right-hand control, that would be this cord on the right side here. Both cords are finished on the ends with a small bead to lock them into place. If I pull on this a little bit, we can see a slight black mark on the cord. This is useful to know where to reset the bead. To remove this bead, take a pair of either needle nose pliers or maybe a pair of cutters, pinch down on it opposite the teeth. And as I do that, the bead is opening up. Easily remove that bead. Remove the cord from the lead carrier that has the direct path back to the integrated bulkhead. Take some 0.9 millimeter cord, say some duet cord, and I'm going to fuse or weld it to the K28 traverse cord. And just warm up these cords and fuse them together. Remove the scissor from the lead carrier. Gently begin to pull it through. I've pulled the 0.9 millimeter cord through, and I can go ahead break that apart right now, but I want to leave this cord in here as a guide cord. Remove the scissor here as well. Stack all the carriers together and leave them right here in the middle where they're out of my way. On the stationary carrier, there is a locking screw right inside here. That is a number 1 Robertson screw. Remove that screw, remove that stationary carrier, and get that out of the way. To remove the integrated bulkhead, there are 2 screws here holding the integrated bulkhead to the adapter which is attached to the track. These are also number 1 Robertson screws, so I need to remove both of those screws. Remove the integrated bulkhead, so I can simply just pull that right off. Separate it from the track a little bit, and I can see my traverse cord here running through the integrated bulkhead. Here's a clear version here, my continuous cord loop that would be attached to my wand. And as I'm pulling that cord loop, I'm simply driving a gear that the traverse cords come in and go around that gear and are driven by that continuous cord loop right there. Pull that out through the adapter. So as I pull the cord loop, what I want to do is pull in a direction that's going to pull this cord out of the gearing. I'm going to keep pulling until all of that cord has come out of the old integrated bulkhead. Bring in our new integrated bulkhead with the longer wand length. Take my traverse cord, which is feeding out of what would be the front side of the track. Front side of the track here, the front side of the integrated bulkhead here. Feed this cord in, just get it started on the front side. And now I'll begin to pull the cord loop to drive that cord all the way around that gear. And look at that, there it is coming right out the other side. Now we're ready to insert the cord back through the adapter. And if I look here on an extra adapter, we can see that I have two holes here at the bottom. This cord right here is coming out the front hole. I want to feed this cord into this back hole right here on this adapter. We'll just guide that right through the hole, and I can see it starting to feed through. Grab that cord and just pull it on through. The inside features of this tilt gear and that rounded edge right there, that needs to correspond to the similar features of the tilt rod. Insert the tilt gear onto the tilt rod in the universal adapter. I want to make sure that the gears here on the tilt rod gear are going to mesh with the gears down here. Bring this in, and as I bring it closer, I may need to pull on the cords just a little bit to keep that extra slack out of the way. For this other cord here, I'm going to grab the lead carrier and push it towards me slightly, which will take the extra slack out on that cord. Push that right into place. Secure it with my two Robertson screws. So I can feed that cord underneath the carriers and straight through until I see it come out the other side. Now is where my 0.9 millimeter cord comes into place, and I want to reattach the traverse cord to my 0.9 millimeter cord. Just a little bit of heat. Carefully pull on this cord, and oh, look at that, it came right through. Remove that a little bit. Alternatively, I can also use the lacing needle, which I can curve down through that hole, hook this cord, and then pull it through that way as well. Now that I have the cord through the lead carrier, and I've attached a pair of hemostats here, I'm going to pull on this cord, and as I pull, you can see I'm revealing that black mark on the cord, which I either put there before I disassembled the shade, or it was left there by production. I want to reattach the bead right above that black mark. So while I'm pulling, I'm going to set the bead on the cord and move the bead down to the point where it's just above that black mark, and then I'll pinch down securely on that bead, locking that cord into place. The last step that I'll want to do is make sure that I've secured the stationary carrier back against the integrated bulkhead. Bring my scissors in and attach that to the stem of the stationary carrier and to the stem of the lead carrier. Check both the traverse and tilt operation of my Luminette track. And I've just shown you how to replace the child-safe wand on a Luminette with the integrated bulkhead assembly.